myself in the third person, but I got angry because I thought I was being pretty self-centered. So I started arguing with myself in the first person. I said, it's always me, me, me. But what about what I want? Earlier today, I was daydreaming about taking a nap. Because last night I had a dream that I was really exhausted. So as soon as I woke up, I went straight to bed.
Don't you want to see a 400-pound dude?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. Want to see the mountain fight in MMA? I think the mountain could not fight in MMA. He's too big.
Well, the biggest guy is Brian Shaw, who I've
oh my God, how big is that guy?
I've become good friends with.
He's so big. What does he weigh?
So Brian came to my show in Denver. And I did a whole episode of 2 episodes called Best Of, you know, my YouTube show with him.
So as soon as I saw that, I turned my TV right off. Then I set it on fire and I threw it out the window. And I thought to myself, nice try. You're not gonna get me. Regret. I mean, that's what she told me. It said it was written in Chinese characters. So I just took her word for it. We dated for a while. She gave me the key to her heart. But then she changed the locks. I think it was because I didn't understand metaphors. At least that's what the locksmith told me. I wish it would have worked out because her love was like a simile.
sleep so soundly to your bloody screams. I hope you You're so dead inside my fantasy. I am a pacifist, which means I passively exist. But when I lose consciousness, I rule with an iron fist. I want to murder you to death in my dreams. I sleep so you'll be blown to smithereens. I wish you nothing but the best in reality. But you see, you'll die 1,000 deaths in all of my dreams. In my fantasies, I'm busting up both your knees.
The future is now. No way. Okay. Now. 2 weeks from today, I was thinking about time travel. It seems like only yesterday, today was tomorrow, and one day,
He's like,
someday,
sure.
will be today.
That's going to be our
But I don't
argument.
even know what day it is anymore,
Playing Fortnite is her turn.
because recently I was in a discount store
Oh, that's a good one.
and I saw an irregular
God, I
time
wish you would
sheet.
use Discord.
It was slightly imperfect, so the price was marked down, but for a limited time only. I wanted to use my time machine to try to win the lottery,
Hexa hurdle, honeycomb.
but since this time machine was defective, I could only travel to the future 1 second at a time.
Super hard Lexi.
So it took me forever to get there. I wasn't able to go back in time.
Rooter
to
says
play the
play
winning
their
lottery
map.
numbers.
Rooter, we will
So
play your
instead,
map. I'll play
I went to the future and I tried to guess.
When you put in or something?
Then I went to see a bookie to place bets against myself. I kept betting that I would lose the lottery.
Oh, yeah.
But
Annie
I
was supposed to
kept
message
guessing
you
the
and get your
numbers
payment info,
correctly.
but I don't think she ever gave it to me.
Every single time. I won a fortune. And then I lost it all. Just my luck. I forgot to check while I was there, but I hope that in the future they invent prosthetic upper lips for people with mustaches who also want to wear disguises. Mustaches are like bangs for your lips. I'm bad at meeting people because I never know the appropriate things that I should say when I'm introduced. Like, it's nice to meet you, my mom has cancer. Why did I just say that? I do not know the answer, no. Anyway, how about you? How do you do? That's nice, but my mom has cancer. Now let's get some food. I know a place with good reviews. Table for two, my mom has cancer. A 15-minute wait is fine. And do you need my name? I'm the one whose mom has cancer. burger. My mom has cancer. I'll have some fries on the side, a soda water too. And what about you? She'll have the burger too, but her mother is a dancer. Astrological sign is Cancer. What a coincidence. My mom has the same birthday as you. And also the other thing, it's our first date. Did I mention my mom and her cancer? What's that, your friends got engaged? Well,
that means it's me, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is time for one of your favorite hosts of all, one of your favorite shows. That's right. You can see her on the Eric Andre Show. You can see her in the Foxy Merkins, and you can see her right now here on the Jackie Mo Show. Don't forget to give her a follow everywhere at Jackie Monahan. That's her name, you guys. Give it up for the amazing Jackie Monahan. Woo!
Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy to be here. I'm sad about all the stuff that has been going on. But it's interesting because when I first got sober, for those of you who are new, I'm sober, but I'm still fun, but I used to be even funner. No, I say I'm more fun now. I'm fun now without consequences. And before I was fun with consequences. Anyway, but it's interesting, when I first got sober was during the last term of Clown Pants. Clown Pants is what we're going to call Clown Face. That's what we're going to call what's his name for the duration. And I was like, oh my God, everything's changed in my life. Like, I really want to just to help the world. I don't even care if it kills me. And then a few years, now I'm 7 years sober, and last year I was like, oh, I don't at all feel like I would die for anybody. Like, I want to live myself and have a nice life. Like, I feel like I love my life right now. And then after the election, I was like, I want to die. I was like, oh, it had nothing to do with my sobriety. I thought the more I got sober, the more I loved myself and didn't want to die for what I thought was right. And I just wanted to live. But no, it was because so many people are hurting. It makes me want to do everything to help them. So I thought that was funny that I really thought that it was how I aged in my sobriety. But now it depends on who's in office. Do I want to? Yeah. Anyway, so without further ado, I'm going to bring our co-host and guest. We're both in present traumatic stress. Please welcome the producer of the show. She makes everything possible. Please welcome Annie Dies a Lot. She just woke up.
Hey! I just woke up. It's late in the day. My TV is slow because I am slow, but I'm here. Hello. Hello, boys and girls. How was your week this week?
Boys and girls, tell us about your week. But isn't that funny that I really was like, oh, I'm at a different stage of my sobriety where I'm like, I thought you get to a different level where you want to take care of yourself first. And I still want to take care of myself first. Otherwise I can't help other people. But I will just, what we were talking earlier, full disclosure, everybody, sometimes we talk when we're not being recorded.
No, it's insane.
Earlier about wanting to cry over the election. And I wanted to cry, but I'll tell you what, I didn't watch anything. This is the story with me. I have hated Trump since the first time I ever saw him. He he reminds me a lot of my dad.
Mm.
And I hated my dad. I never liked Trump. I never watched The Apprentice. I always was like, ugh. I just hated him, but way before it was cool to hate him. I just was like, this guy, no good. I don't want to watch anything that has to do with him. And when he became president last time, I flipped out about it. But I never watched The Apprentice. I never listened to what he says because I can be calm and zen, and that's what's good for me. Like, anger is ignitive.
Yes.
It's not transformative. So, but my thing is, when I hear everything with the buffer from other people or just however I hear it about him, I can get ignited and do what I can to help the universe. But if I listen to him, it's just anger, like just one out of his mouth. The only time in all this time that I've ever listened to him was when he debated Kamala. And I heard him say once, you only have to vote once. I was just like, what? That's insane. That just this one time, you only he says that. And then vote for this insane person. So that's the thing. I can't listen to what he says or I will lose my mind. So my goal is to not hear a word he says for the whole 4 years. And then he'll be gone. I really think if I'm a betting woman, I would have to bet that he's going to do something so drastic. We're going to see him getting handcuffed and taken out of there. Because he really thinks he can do anything.
He does. And it's kind of because we've showed him that
absolutely.
he can.
Absolutely. There's going to be something undeniable that they have to cage him.
Well, there's definitely going to be. I think at the end of this term, he's going to have a lot less support. I think people are about to really endure certain hardships because of him. But I still don't know that he'll be convicted over anything. I'm not sure.
I don't know. It's funny because when people said he's going to jail before, I was like, nah, he's not. He's not. Talk to me when he's in jail. But now I'm like, he's going. He's going. Something's going to happen. It's just too much.
Yeah. I don't know. I know. So the way you guys can watch this. You guys can watch this on Comedy. It's there. So on Tuesday, our normal show, Digital Slumber Party, Amber and Anthony were like, I can't. We're not going to do it today. It's election day. And Jay and I were like, you know what? That's fine, because we were going to stream on our own show, The Sideshow Live, which is our political channel. We're like, we'll stream it to Comedy Hub too, so you guys can watch me. We got wasted. That's how we took in the election. We sat there all night and just drank and drank. I fell asleep. And when I got the results, I was like, I was too drunk to care, that's how I took in the election. And then the next day I was like, wow, that really happened.
Want to know how I took it in? I went to some women's comedy groups. I went to 2 women's comedy groups, which was so healing. And then with my Strides in Recovery, we had a speaker who's a mental toughness teacher. So that was nice, learning mental toughness. And then I just didn't watch anything. I didn't watch the news or anything, but I was watching TV and I just fell asleep. And normally I put my blackout curtain down, but I had just fallen asleep, I think from all the stress of all of it. Which never happens. I always have to do all these different things to fall asleep, but I just fell asleep. So I had the curtain open. And when I woke up, I looked out the window and I could tell by the weight of people. People were just walking head down. And I was like, I know she lost. I just know there would be a spring in the step if she had won. But I was praying that it just wasn't decided yet, that it was something like that. And then I looked at my text messages and then I knew we were done.
Yeah.
I still can't believe it.
It's kind of crazy. I don't kind of wish. I really, really wish that Americans would stop putting so much emotion into it. Like I get it's the election and we're finding out what Americans believe in more, but this is just proof. Like you even said that you wanted to cry when you found out, and you're not a crier at all, you know? And it's changed how you felt, and it's not just you, it's everybody. What either side, if you're on the Republican side, you are elated right now, and you're taking joy in seeing other people's grief. I saw a video yesterday, someone posted, he was like, "This is the reaction that I got while wearing my MAGA hat the day after they lost." And it's someone walking through New York taking video of people that didn't agree, seeing his hat and just looking deflated, right? Like, and he's taking joy out of this. And I think it's so important for people to realize your environment matters. Like what everybody else feels around you absolutely impacts your feelings as well. And so I think it's important to remember that even when things like this happen, it's important to still try to project strength and resolve and
Yes.
and peace with everyone around you, because that's going to emanate, that'll affect somebody, and hopefully more people will feel that. But yeah, it's important to keep yourself separate from the politics going on, because we shouldn't all be feeling this way right now. We shouldn't
Yeah.
all be either absolutely depressed or absolutely elated. We should be coming together as a nation. Not it's
Right.
insane.
And what's interesting too is that situation that you described, if it was the other way around, if it was an area that was mostly Republican and somebody wore a make America sane again hat, they would be scared.
Yeah.
And New York is supposedly the scariest place in the world, but this guy knew nobody was going to touch him because liberals are peaceful. But the liberals are peaceful. I got to say though, I have a lot of friends that are like just what you said. We need to have peace.
Hmm.
Not that's what's most important right now is to show them that we're not shook by them.
Yeah, I think so. It's we're gonna go a little bit off the rails here. One of the conversations that I'll often have with like Jay is we'll talk about freedom, what it means, freedom of speech specifically. And we're both totally behind freedom of speech, by the way. I think anyone should be able to say what
Yeah.
they feel. And along with that goes with wearing what you want to wear. But also, I feel like it needs to be a society that's responsible enough that understands what that means. And so while I agree with freedom of speech, I also want the citizens of that nation to be as informed as possible so that they understand what that means. We have this one rule written that says that when we go to vote, we can't wear we can't be campaigning for any party. You're not allowed to wear a pro Kamala or pro Trump or pro Democrat. You're not supposed to be allowed to wear anything like that within a polling place, all right? A lot of that has to do with keeping the peace. You don't want fights at the polling places. And I was surprised by how many people this election were mad that took video of they're kicking me out because I'm wearing my MAGA hat. It's illegal. It's unconstitutional. On the contrary, it's in the Constitution. There's no campaigning within a polling place. But what you wear, even though it's an expression of yourself and it's a part of free speech, it's important to understand what it does to other people when you wear it. Like, you have the right to wear it, absolutely. But one thing that I noticed that is very, very different between the Republican Party and the Democrat Party is that a lot of Republicans wear their party affiliation and taunt others with it.
Yeah.
You go to a liberal place and you might see you're going to see some political shirts out there, but it's not going to be like,
It's not worn with the attention to taunt. Like I have a Kamala shirt and I wear it because it makes me feel happy. It makes me feel joyful, and I want to show my support. And
There's also no vulgarities. Like I've yet to see a "fuck Trump" shirt at
yeah,
a political rally.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of "fuck Brandons," and that's inappropriate. That's inappropriate. You shouldn't be wearing that shit around kids, and it's your right to. Okay, it's your right to wear that stuff, but sometimes you got to think about what comes with that right. And if you're inciting hateful emotions in others and that's your intent, you're an asshole. And maybe you're not responsible enough
right.
to exercise that freedom of speech. You're lucky that you got that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so true. It's wild. What a wild time.
Yeah.
But what's interesting too, which I want to take a moment with you and me and be like, because you're the only one that really understands this. I'm just like, how did we end up on this timeline? It's not cool. I feel like I don't deserve to be on this timeline. And I feel like you don't deserve to be on this timeline.
No, but I guess we're lucky. So I think with
at least we're in California, yeah.
Well, we're in California, and as far as timelines are concerned, there's always different versions of us in each timeline. I believe, right?
Right.
And with that being said, I know what I'm capable of, as far as like what evils or depressions I can spiral into. I think I'm probably the best me to deal with this timeline.
Oh, okay. That's a good one. I'm the best me to deal with this timeline too. I get that. Good way to put it, because I really was like, this is not cool. I can't believe I got in this timeline. But you're right.
Yeah, there's so many versions of me that would have, I mean, let's be honest, would have offed themselves or would have spiraled into just drug-fueled madness, or who would have really embraced the evil side of it. There's even versions of me that grew up and continued to believe my conservative beliefs, and is one of the MAGAs. Like, there are so many different possible versions of me.
Yeah, that I love this. I'm so glad I brought it up to you, because nobody's been able to help me with it. And that is so true, because other versions of me would have drank, done drugs, and got her friends to try to kill Trump. I'm positive of it.
Yeah. There's so many versions of myself out there, and this one is sane enough to handle. Now, granted, this version of me has definitely been irresponsible this last week. I drank more, I smoked more. Yeah, I slept until 2:30 this morning, and that was after a night of not drinking, okay? I just slept in today. Sleeping is hard right now, but I know I'm going to be okay. This is just one of those things where I'm trying to tune out the rest of the world and just do me. And in a week or two, I'll be back to me again, We'll be good, because I'm the best me for this.
Yeah, I'm the best. I love that. I'm the best me for this. It's so good. Thank God. Okay, because you made me, because I really was like, I can't believe it. Like, I've done so much work on myself. How can I possibly have gotten on this timeline? So now it makes sense. Thank you, Annie. Annie saves the day. But are you a little, I'm still wildly freaked out, 1,000,000%, but I'm not as freaked out as I was the first time.
No, like we already know that we've lived through this once before.
Yeah.
And listen, I'm not trying to say that there's not a whole lot of things that are bad that are about to go down. I'm not trying to say that a lot of people aren't going to suffer, but let's keep it completely 100. All right.
Yeah.
Out of the 320 million Americans that are alive right now, in 4 years, our lives are not going to be that much different.
Yeah. Thank you.
And in 4 years, thanks to the Constitution, and I think if they try to change certain laws, it really will become obvious to certain Trump supporters, oh, we cannot be behind this. But the way our Constitution is set up, we're going to be able to go through this process again in 4 years. I don't think Trump's going to claim anything, or if he tries to, I
He's
think it's
definitely
going
going to try. He's definitely going to try. And that's
Yeah.
going to be hilarious.
My favorite one is he's going to try to eliminate the term limits, so he could run again for a third term.
I'm excited.
And everyone's like, if that
to see how
happens,
that goes.
we're going to bring Obama back for that one. Good luck against that one.
Right.
If he started some wars, he could like claim he needs to stay in. But here's the thing. His big claim was, if you elect me president, I will eliminate all the wars. And guess what? He's right. The Israel war is about to be over. So is Russia and Ukraine. It's not a good outcome. It's going to be in favor of Israel and in favor of Russia. But those wars are going to end. And then he don't really have a whole lot to go to war with.
Right. Wait, it really is going to be like in favor of Russia?
Oh, he's close friends with both Vladimir Putin and Benjamin Netanyahu.
Oh, I knew Trump was friends with Putin, but Putin's going to win?
Yeah. That's one of the really bad outcomes of this election is Putin is probably going to win. Trump's not going to help with the situation in Ukraine. So Ukraine is kind of fucked right now. And he's not going to do anything.
Poor Ukraine.
Yeah. It's, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll be able to get assistance from other countries, but as of right now, they're not an official member of NATO, and America is about to pull out. So,
wow.
Yep.
And America is going to pull out of Israel?
Yeah. Like, I know a lot of people chose not to vote for Kamala because she said that she would support Israel, right? But she wasn't going to do the same thing that Trump was going to do. Like, she would continue what the Biden administration has done, which has been condemning what they do, but also still funding their weapons programs. Trump is going to not condemn anything, fully support whatever it is they do, and just give them full backing. Like, they know. Israel knows there's no stopping them now. It's kind of sad. It's really sad. I think a lot of people that didn't vote for Kamala didn't realize that part of it. They're like, oh man, we can't vote for her because she supports Israel, which I agree. It's terrible. But also now it's Trump. There's no hope.
Wow.
He's a bad guy. He's a bad guy, kids. But he's our president.
Yeah.
And yeah.
We have a dictator for a president. Is he officially a dictator yet?
No.
Okay, good.
He does not have full power and say, but he's going to push the limits. He's going to push every last one.
Yeah, that's what's going to be fun to watch. Hopefully, I don't want to eat my words and have it be like terror. I mean, it's going to be awful, but I just think he's going to really hang himself this time. Because I think that the first 4 years, he didn't want to go too crazy because he wanted to get reelected. But now that this is his last chance to ruin the world, I think he's going to like really go for it, which in a lot of ways is terrible, but in a lot of ways is, I mean, you and I did so much to help him not win. We did so much, and we can sit back and watch him hang himself, and we can be proud that we did not vote for this monster.
I did not vote for him. No, I did not. But I'm gonna try to watch most of it all through like just people that I trust, like I'm not gonna listen to him specifically, but I'm gonna listen to what he does. I'm gonna listen to other people tell me about it.
Have you ever heard? That's all I do too. I can't listen to the news. It's too depressing. If I even hear the news, I get so depressed. Have you ever heard of Pod Save America?
Yes.
I've never listened to
Matt
it.
Davis, who got us into that, right? Sorry, one of the viewers on who got us into podcasts?
One of my volunteers that runs with me, she told me about it, and it's Obama's people that worked for Obama.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I like
now.
that. I think it might be an interesting one to listen to. And my friend Jessica Yellen, have you ever heard of her?
Yeah.
She's my friend. It's really funny.
Nice.
She's good to listen to too.
But yeah, Pod Save America. I have listened to it before. I had to look it up to even know what it was. But yeah, my favorite thing to listen to is Come On Brain, Work, YouTuber. He always looks disgruntled. Jay, help me out here.
Oh, didn't you tell me about this? I never looked it up.
Yeah. What's your name?
Angry Jesse?
Not Angry Jesse. I'm going to my subscriptions, but there's so many to filter through. I'm looking for the dude that does the news, but he's always like disheveled.
He makes it funny.
Some more news. Thank you.
Okay.
It's on the tip of my tongue. I watch him every week. I couldn't think what it was called.
He's really
great.
funny at the time.
Yeah, he's hilarious. And what I like about him is like he looks every bit as stressed out, but he's like he's amping it up. And when I watch him give the news, it allows me to let him feel the stress.
Yeah, okay, that's what I like.
Laugh at it while I'm watching him be stressed out.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, Some More News is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to drop it in the chat for all you.
That's really funny that he gets really stressed. That's smart.
Oh, he's great. He's great. All right, y'all. I'm dropping it in the chat right now. There it is on Twitch. Here it is in Zoom. But yeah, he's great. He's great. Like I said, watching him allows you to let him be stressed out. Like one of my favorite shows is Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. But I always find it interesting because sometimes the topics are just so heavy that at the end of it, Jay and I, like, was it entertaining? Yes. Was it informative? Yes. Are we feeling joy and laughter inside right now? No, because it was stressful, all the things we just
Yeah, I can't have any.
And with this guy, he's over the top stressed out, and all you can do is laugh. And it's like he's getting it all out.
That's really fun. I love it. I love it.
It's
do you think he's all right, do you think he's a character and he's not really stressed out, or do you think it's really him but exaggerated a little bit?
I would say it's definitely, I mean, it's got to be a piece of him, right? Because he is playing himself, but it's definitely an over-exaggerated.
Yeah.
Like,
hopefully he's not that stressed. He probably wouldn't get it together to record if he was that stressed.
Exactly.
Can you act him out a little bit?
Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see. Well, let's see. I already haven't washed my hair for a few days, so it's dirty enough. I'm not going to mess it up. He always looks disheveled. Like his tie is always messed up. Okay, there we go.
Watch a few shorts.
Trump. He won again. He won again. America. It's okay. It's okay. Like he's just over the top. Jay says if you want to watch a clip, we'll play one right now.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah. All right, Jay. It's on. Let's play a clip of some.
I like your acting though. I knew you could because of Face Off. I knew you could do it because of Face Off.
All right, Jay's getting the share set up. This will take just a moment, folks, and we're going to share some more news. And yeah, you guys, over here at Comedy Hub, we encourage you to watch everything. Well, not everything. There's a lot of garbage out there, but
we'll point you in the right direction. And you and I are here to help people feel good because we laugh.
Laughter is very important. Like
laughter is everything. We have to laugh at this whole situation.
I laugh at everything. And I think it's because I'm an anxious individual, and laughing makes me forget that I'm anxious in that second. So it's very important. Not always appropriate, but always welcome.
Always welcome. Always welcome. The more inappropriate, the better. The more inappropriate, the better.
Most of the time.
So you didn't have any Dodgers fireworks.
No, we don't like the Dodgers here in the San
That's so
Francisco Bay
interesting.
Area.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny that I had no idea.
Yeah, no, California is a very, very big state and is also we got a lot of baseball teams. Most states only have, one. Some states have two. A lot of states don't have any. But we've got 5 Major League Baseball teams. Yeah, we have 5
Will you name
Major
them
League
all?
Baseball teams. Yeah. Okay, so we have 5 baseball teams in 2 different divisions. We've got in the American League, we've got the Oakland A's. Well, we just lost them, so now we're down to 4. Well, no, they're still going to be in Sacramento for the next 3 years. So we still have the A's. All right, that's American League, and then we've got the Los Angeles of Anaheim Angels. All right, so those 2 teams are big rivals, and they're north v south. And then the 3 National League teams that we have are going to be the Giants in San Francisco, the Dodgers in LA, and the Padres in San Diego. And out of those 3 teams, the Giants and the Dodgers have a big rivalry.
The Giants. It's like the Nelson Mandela effect for me with the Dodgers. Like, come on. All this time I had no idea.
It's so funny. I love baseball, so
wow.
We have some more news ready to play. Will we be able to hear it here in the Zoom room too, Jay? Okay. He's getting the sound worked out.
Oh, we're back.
It'll be back. It'll be back.
And we're back. We're back in the sound. So do you think a concern that I had was that Trump's gonna get his tape out from P. Diddy? Don't you think Trump's on one of P. Diddy's video tapes?
I have no idea. I would feel like my personal opinions tell me that he's got to be on some. But I know it's because I hate him so much.
He's got to be on there. But I'm afraid he's going to be able to squash it.
Maybe. I mean, I think...
Who's got the tapes?
I have no clue. I have no idea what's going on with that case. I do know if there's a lot of powerful people on it, they're just going to kill Diddy and we'll never see the tapes.
But hopefully not. Let's act out. I want to act out my thoughts of being this guy on some more news, speaking about P. Diddy. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Oh, God. Oh, man. What about the P. Diddy tapes? Now that Trump is in office, where are the P. Diddy tapes? Who's got the tapes? Who has the tapes? We got to find out who's got the tapes. We need to know now. We need to get them away from Trump. He will take them. He will take them and rip them apart. Is that how he does it?
Sure. I'm going to go with yes. Wow. That's a lot happening in your background. Sorry, not you, Jay's. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Oh, I can hear that, Jay.
I can hear it. Is that him?
That is him.
Uh,
Yeah, I love him.
no.
But yeah, that's some more news. He's
I
always
love it. He's fun to
always
hear
successful.
news.
He's always, yeah, he's great. He's great. Uh, yeah, that's how I like to receive a lot of my news.
So does he have it on Instagram?
He's on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
He's on YouTube. And those are just the
Fun.
shorts. He does like you can watch the shorts, or I usually watch like his full like hour-long pieces. And yeah, he's fantastic. And Jay says he just texted you the link to the channel.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you. Thank you.
But
I
yeah,
want to make a
he's-
playlist for people of musicians that haven't touched anybody in their privates.
that we know of now, because I feel like we're always learning more.
That
If
we
we ever
know
get the
of.
Diddy tapes, we're gonna get a lot of musicians.
I
that
can't
we don't
wait
know
to
of.
find out.
Here's the crazy part, though. Is like, all right, so I know that it's popular belief that everything's going to get scrubbed. I don't think it is. The only reason I don't think it'll get scrubbed is because the US has, they like to keep things hidden until after everyone involved is dead. All right.
Oh,
This is how we get certain things. It's how we have like well, it's not the only reason why, but like we've got Watergate tapes that were released years later. We got the White House tapes from what's his face?
Reagan?
Crook, Richard Nixon,
Oh, Richard Nixon.
dropping N-bombs and saying horrible things about people that they released after he was dead. Then we have, I guess there's footage that we have never seen involving the JFK assassination, but according to the archives just a couple weeks ago, they can't release it because one person involved is still alive. So I think at some point we'll get the Epstein list. Just everyone on the list has to be dead first. I think we'll get the
Wait,
Diddy
but didn't
tapes.
we get the Epstein list? Didn't we find out that Steve Hawkins was on there?
We've gotten partial pieces of the lists. We haven't seen the whole thing. There's
We've gotten are from plain manifest.
Yes, that's true. And also, it's not the list. Jay, thank you for clarifying. It's been the plain manifests, which is good. It's not even the people going to the islands. It's just people that used its private plane. And a lot of people don't realize this is sad, but it's true. For someone that's an illegal sex kingpin of that nature, like Epstein or like Diddy, they're not just going to have clients that use their services. They're going to surround themselves with as many powerful people as possible so that if they ever do get caught, they can cover it up as much as possible, right? Because I don't think everybody on the Epstein list committed atrocities. They just flew on his plane, and a lot of them
I
didn't
think Steve
know.
Hawkins.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. It sucks that he's associated with them.
It's
But I mean,
so funny.
the best he could have done is watch, like
Wow.
he couldn't. Stephen Hawking.
He couldn't he have
He
tried
could get
to
his dick up.
Yeah, and supposedly he's got a hog. The women love Stephen Hawking.
Oh, right, that's
Remember.
right. Remember
Huh.
he left some woman?
No, he was
First, because he was cheating on his wife.
paralyzed, but he could still fuck.
I think he had MS. He wasn't totally paralyzed.
Oh, yeah.
But he got divorced because he was cheating on his wife with his secretary.
He got divorced for cheating. Damn, Stephen Hawking. Well, then, Matt.
Stephen
Yeah,
Hawkins the pimp, daddy.
yeah.
Stephen Hawkins the new P. Diddy. Steve Hawkins was P. Diddy Jr.
All right. Well,
He's the roll daddy. Get it rolling? Oh, God.
yeah.
That's awful. Sorry, everybody.
Just, oh, oh, oh. You'd have to push that button. Oh. Okay.
Stephen Hawkins, the real Epstein.
Well, all right. So he cheated on his wife. All right, Stephen Hawking. Even that doesn't necessarily tell me that he got his fuck on. But I
He
don't
did.
know. I don't know if he fucked on Epstein's island. I just don't know. He's on the list. He flew on the plane.
Successful.
That is. Jay says, you know what, though? That's really considerate of Epstein that he had a handicapped, accessible airplane.
I mean, it is interesting.
Sex dungeon.
Oh, also, Jay meant the sex dungeon, a handicapped, accessible sex dungeon.
But that's what makes me feel like he had to have gone there. Because why would he go through all that effort to make everything accessible?
I don't know.
Unless he was going to get a ton of money from action, we want action. Not you and I. But.
Oh, I can think of a reason. Why does my brain go to some places? Maybe it wasn't the clientele. Maybe it was the clientele like kinks.
People wanted to watch Steve Hawkins with people?
That, sure, but also like that, or maybe they paid to maybe someone wanted to fuck someone in a wheelchair.
Oh, wow.
Because there's really weird kinks out there. There's kinks where people like to, they fantasize about amputees, and I don't know.
Trump had sex with Stephen Hawkins on Epstein Island. Let's
all hope for that one.
Let's start the rumor.
Do you watch the show Ghosts?
No.
Oh, it's pretty funny. It's about a chick that falls down some stairs, and when she comes out of her coma, she can see all the ghosts that live on her property, and they haven't been able to talk to a human, for some of them, for nearly for thousands of years. Anyways, in the last episode, two of the ghosts they're like, I've been bored lately. The other one's like, I'm bored too, because remember, they can't interact with TVs, they can't do anything but exist. They're like, you know what? Let's start a rumor. That's always fun. They spread some really stupid rumors about some of the other ghosts on property. But let's start that rumor. I like that.
Yeah.
Trump was not only on Epstein Island, but he had a thing for fucking Stephen Hawking down in the sex dungeon.
I'm starting the rumor.
That was his kink.
I'm starting the rumor. I'm going to put it in my threads. Will you like it? I'll put it in my threads and on TikTok, on Twitter. Will you retweet them? Can you retweet threads?
I can't retweet threads, but I can retweet tweets.
Okay.
So if you put it on
Twitter,
Twitter,
you don't have to if you don't want to, but I think it's so funny.
I'll do it. I'll do it on my Lady Slate account.
Okay.
I do think it's funny.
It's so silly.
It's so dumb.
It's so dumb, but it's heaven. What did I want to ask? There was something else. Damn it. Shit. God.
There's probably tapes out there of Trump having sex with Diddy on Epstein's island. There's probably tapes of Epstein having sex with Trump in Diddy's dungeons. Ooh, Diddy dungeons. That's fun to say.
Diddy dungeons.
I gotta say, what I've been having fun with over the Diddy versus the Epstein thing is that Epstein thing just made me sad and sad and sad. And the Diddy thing is none of it's good, but you still get to say Diddy. It's really fun to say his name.
There's something about P. Diddy that about horrible. And you know what it is? Epstein just looked gross.
Oh, he looked creepy.
He just looks creepy and scary, and it makes you feel scared for the women. But I'm scared for the women too with P. Diddy. But for something, yeah, I think you're right. I think saying P. Diddy is what makes it a little bit funny.
I mean, calling him the diddler? Come on. That's hilarious.
Or P. did it.
Yep.
I think it's fun too finding out he was bisexual.
Oh, especially since like he's been fronting like he's just like all lady all the time.
Yeah. Please, please let them find the Trump tapes. Please, God.
We
I
would
feel like-
all appreciate it. You know what's sad though is I think if those were to drop today, there's another reason why I'm actually kind of down to let us wait until the trial has happened or whatever. Because I think if you were to drop the real tapes right now, the Trump's base, the people that would vote for that did vote for him, I don't think it would change their mind in any way, shape, or form. I think because they're good at playing mental gymnastics, right? I think if someone were to be presented with a tape with Trump fucking someone completely illegally, I think they would say, well, that's AI. That's made up. That's not real. It's
right.
fake.
That's fake. That's fake. The Trump and Stephen Hawkins. That's fake.
That's fake. Fake
That's
news.
just so funny. Imagine Steve Hawkins, like in the middle of his in the middle of his presidency, he divorces Marla, whatever her name is, and marries Steve Hawkins.
Oh, that'd be gross. Stephen Hawking's is dead.
Oh, fuck, I forgot. Damn it. How funny would it be if he was alive and he became first lady, though?
Oh, I'd be so sad. It's Stephen Hawking's is one of those like characters where I'm just like sad that there's anything negative about him because I grew up loving the guy. Like
I know he did.
I thought he was so
yeah,
cool.
he was great, but he
Like-
did have sex with his secretary. He cheated on his wife.
He cheated.
I had something on the tip of my tongue that was so like I was ready to run with it. And I can't think of what it was. I'm so mad.
No, when you remember it at 3 a.m., feel free to text me.
Yeah, I'll text you at 3 a.m. Oh man, what was it?
But no, there's so
Oh,
many
well,
crazy-
one thing I want to ask: the list. So what was? Why did they kill Epstein when they have the list already?
Because Epstein could tell you on the list who actually committed crimes. Like we were saying earlier, it was a list of
But
people
he was
that
right anyway.
Would he? Because there's a lot of powerful people on that list, right? Like Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton are both on that list. I'm not saying that either of them did anything. I'm just saying that they're on that list. And if one or both of them had done something, they would want to keep it covered up. I'm using them as an example, by the way. There's a lot of people just as powerful or even more powerful than the Clintons on that list.
One being Steve Hawkins.
Well, I mean, he was a scientist, but he was a public figure. But like one being Prince Andrew from England.
Yeah.
There's members of Parliament. There's members of the Senate. There's all kinds of political individuals,
But
not
can't
just
they
in
get-
America.
Can't they
it's
get
all
that
over the
woman?
world.
Can't that woman say who did it and who didn't?
People don't believe the women, and a lot of
And
times,
Maxwell.
Ghislaine.
Yeah.
Oh, she's still in prison. She hasn't been talking.
But so why did they kill him? Like, I don't think he would have talked either.
I think he knew more than she does.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he knew more. And I don't know that she actively blackmailed people. He probably did. He probably did. To keep
Really?
quiet. Yeah. I think I'm interested to
That's
see
probably
how
what killed. It's probably what killed Steve Hawkins, the blackmail.
Oh,
He
the
died in
blackmail.
Trump's arms.
It's unfortunate. I don't think a lot of like people that aren't involved in politics or in like high-end society, normal people, regular people, we don't like think about collecting dirt to use on individuals later. But people high up like that do it all the time. Like it's not new. It's throughout history.
I've definitely thought of it before, but I know that what you put out comes back to you, so I would never do it.
I mean, hopefully, but like, I mean, let's look at the Vatican. They've been at it for a few thousand years now. And that's what I don't like about confession. That's how they gather news on their patrons. And if someone wealthy enough in the past has given up their sins, they can use that against them to make them donate more money to the church, you know? Like,
it's just like, why can't I, like, this is what I felt when the election happened. I just felt like, why do I see the world and humans, like, why do I see the world as better people than it is? I guess I'm projecting me onto other people. Mm-hmm. So I assume everybody thinks the way I do, but I'm a rarity. Very rare people think the way I think. And it's very sad. I'm really sad about it. I feel like, but at the same time, I can joke to Kingdom Come about Steve Hawkins syndrome.
See, I don't think everyone is necessarily bad. I think we're also hyper focused on our own personal beliefs sometimes, that we disconnect with others.
Yeah, but I see there's people crying over this election. Like, I mean, I am too, but people who really feel their lives are in danger.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't cry at the election because I didn't watch it. Had I watched it, I would have. But the videos I've seen of people crying because they don't feel safe, that made me cry. I did cry over that. And yeah, but I feel like there will be some sort of great awakening. And I just wanted it to happen sooner, but I was meant to be on this timeline. There's something I'm supposed to learn.
You're the best you to handle this one.
I'm the best timeline to handle this. Yes. I love it. You're a genius. You really are.
We're all going to get through this. I know it's depressing right now, but you guys give yourself a few weeks, and every time something crazy happens, take a breath and remember it's only for a handful of years.
Yeah.
So,
and maybe Michelle Obama will be next. Do you think Kamala will run again?
No, she shouldn't have run this time.
Oh, wow.
See, I thought from the get-go, the Democratic Party really made a bunch of missteps. Like,
oh, they definitely did, for sure. I still thought she was going to win.
I thought she was great, but she's primaried before in the past and lost.
Oh, wow.
So and also, like, people's feelings, we let our feelings get hurt really easily, right? Like, that's just, it's human nature. I'm not, like, trying to, tell us that we're bad. But when they had Joe Biden just pull out, a lot of people were angry that they didn't have a choice in who their nominee was, right? Like, no one voted for Kamala. They voted for Joe Biden the first time, and then he was the incumbent. So everyone was cool with that because they picked him. And then he stepped down and we just got Kamala with no say. A lot of people were pissed off about that.
Do you think Michelle Obama will run?
I think she could gain a lot of headway.
I would love for her to run.
She'd be great. But I would love it if Americans would accept something like that. I don't know that they would. I have a feeling we're going to have to go with another white dude next time.
Picture Barbara Bush. It's funny that it's funny how liberal wives can then run for president. Like, they're smart enough and capable, but like, you would never see the woman who's married to Trump running for president.
Well, it's interesting.
Nancy Reagan for president?
No, she's an actress. Can I point that out? That is one thing. Mark Cuban made a statement last week that a lot of people got mad about on the conservative side. He said that Trump is threatened by strong women. They're like, no, he hangs out with these women. And it wasn't a long list of people, and the women really aren't that great. But that actually is a big difference between a lot of, in like the last 40, 50 years, Republican wives versus Democrat wives. A lot of Republican wives have been socialites or actresses, and they spend their time doing,
Big
nonprofit, charities and stuff. A lot of Democrats marry lawyers. That's like Hillary Clinton and Michelle Obama actually went through law school, actually know the law, and have actually participated and engaged in elections. In fact, I think the only reason that Bill Clinton got to the position where he could run for president was because Hillary pushed him to get there, right?
Yeah.
And so that's a very large difference between the women that, and it does matter. The partner that you choose does matter. Democrats actually choose women that know the law.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, the Republican men in my lifetime have not shown that.
Simpletons.
Well, sure, yeah. Melania is an interesting one. She's.
I mean, if it was the other way around, everybody would attack that wasn't even born here.
Oh, I know, right? If it was a Democrat with a foreign wife, it would be different.
Yeah.
And I also think it's crazy. Did
she have any of her own children? Has she had any of her own children?
No, just Barron.
Wow.
Just Barron Trump. But no, she's the first lady, the first lady that we have like porn pictures of. We've never seen another first lady naked before Melania Trump.
Yeah, why didn't they? I mean, I guess the liberals are too smart for that, but they should have harped on that, or at least said because the other side would have harped on it.
I think at that point it's like standards, right? So like I will give her shit for being the first lady to have those pictures in the same breath. Exactly. In the same breath, I don't think that kind of work should be looked down upon or be illegal.
Yeah,
but
I don't either. But they were like yelling that Kamala never had her own children. Meanwhile, she's a pinup woman who married for not love.
Oh yeah, it is funny when people post nudes of Melania, they're real. Yeah. In this last election, tons of people were posting very inappropriate pictures of Kamala, but they were all AI generated. None of them were real. And I just don't think Melania Trump is a very good role model for small children. If we're gonna live in a world that they claim they want us to be,
they claim they want. That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what's insane to me. It's just like, oh. Anyway, I love you. We're doing it. We're keeping it in the world. Joyful.
That's right. We're going to come back next week. We're going to be joyful. We'll talk about what we need to talk about. It's going to be good. And you know what, Jackie? This week, regardless of politics, it can still be a good week. It can still be a great week. We're doing it. We're doing it. Right. And we're doing it well. So you represent Oakland. I represent Queens. I was raised out in Brooklyn. You represent Oakland. I live in LA. God bless California. Yes, luckily, and that's something else to think about. No matter what is happening in the U.S., we are in a state. We're so lucky. It's not gonna fuck with us. We are lucky. We are lucky. Thank God. And we're not far from the border. We can always jump if we need to. Yeah. I'm not planning on it. I'm a Californian, man. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I think we're close to. Okay. I love you. Let's dance out.